Hey everyone, it's Austin, your favorite photographer. I'm here today with 5 essential tips to help you capture stunning photos and videos on your smartphone. Familiarize yourself with your camera's app's features like focus, exposure, grid lines. These are the fundamentals of your camera within your smartphone, and we can take a dive in and look at those settings now.
All right, you're gonna go ahead and hop into our settings. You'll scroll down all the way to camera. In here, you'll find your video formats, and then as well as your photo formats. This is a lot more of the expertise, less beginner stuff. So you can get into that if you really want to. But here, compositions, what we're looking for. The big thing is gonna be your grid right here. You wanna have that on, and then a level if you have it as well. And that'll make sure you have your best composition. You can follow your rule of thirds, and then make sure your horizon's level as well.
Lighting is everything in photography and videography. You should always try to seek out soft, diffused, natural light. Honestly, shooting outside is great, except on a really windy day like today. So if you can't shoot outside, come inside and make sure you have a well-lit setting for the best results. And don't forget about composition techniques like framing and the rule of thirds. Framing, it's generally best to have your subject in the center of your photo or video, but also you could try to create more of a cinematic look by following the rule of thirds, which if you turn your grid lines on, like I mentioned in tip number 1, at the intersections of those grid lines, that's kind of where you want to place your subject. That's the rule of thirds, and it's a great look. Don't be afraid to take control of your camera's focus and exposure settings. This can be done on screen just by tapping it, and this allows you to fine-tune your frame, especially in challenging lighting conditions. If you're using an iPhone, take advantage of portrait mode. It's a great way to get the bokeh effect in your background and really highlight and pack a punch with your subject. It's great for pictures, and if you're looking for video, consider cinematic mode. That will blur out the background the same way. And Android users, you do have something similar too. iPhone's just best. You can enhance your photos and videos through editing apps and software. Many photographers use Lightroom, videographers, there's Final Cut, DaVinci Resolve, tons of other options. Those are a lot more advanced. Honestly, I think the best thing for you to do is just learn how to adjust the photos within the camera roll itself. From basic adjustments like cropping and color corrections to creative filters, editing can really elevate your pictures. These apps can really elevate your content. And there you have it, 5 essential tips to elevate your photo and video game on your smartphone. Remember, practice makes perfect, and don't be afraid to just try and see what happens.